been a while since my last video of this game. I've done some more. Finally gonna do another Drunken play. So, I've also developed some opinions of this game, as have many people. Which I will try to express here. This is not going to be a bitch fest, but you might hear some stuff that I like, some stuff I dislike, that sort of stuff. First, I want to go through arena mode just because there's a character that a lot of people have been asking about being in the game. They asked what happened to the little red-haired girl. Wasn't she going to be a playable hero? And as far as I know, she was at one point, or at least she was treated as somebody who was going to be playable at one point. She never ended up playable in story mode, but she is in arena mode, because you can unlock any character you beat in the main game for use in arena mode, and here she is, Alexis. Now, when she was initially introduced, basically she was described as a projectile-centric character, and I, like many others, was wondering how that works. The guy I asked, Ban and Rudy, said it's a surprise. Now, as it turns out, she's been axed from the main game as a playable heroine for whatever reason. I don't know why. But again, she's playable here, and she's still a ranged character, and if you look at her silhouette, you can see a cat. So I'm gonna play with her now in arena mode, just so I can explain this. Let's look at moves list. Notice the word cat appears a lot. And that's because a lot of her special moves involve throwing cats, or summoning cats, that sort of stuff. So here we go. Cat. Oh, kick, that's a kick. This guy sucks, by the way. His name's Calvin. And in the game, what he does is he summons a mech robot to fight you. But after you beat the robot once, it never respawns. So if you fight all of his minions, he will in fact respawn, but his robot will not respawn, so he's a wimp of a boss, and he's basically worthless in arena mode. Arena mode in general is not balanced, so it doesn't really work as a multiplayer mode. I don't want to say it's absolutely crap, but you gotta know which characters to play as before you play this game and expect any sort of thing. I'm on hard mode. There's one difficulty setting above it, but this is hard mode and I'm already winning, and I'm not, like, great at this game by any means, so, like, normal mode is completely a pushover. Okay, Alexis wins. So, that's about it for the arena mode for today, but basically, Alexis was originally known as Renee. You can see her down there. Hold on. Let me select another character. I guess I can't select another character here, but basically, every character in this game appears in the yearbook as an interesting Easter egg. Or not even really an Easter egg, just a nice feature. And in the yearbook, this girl's name is still Renee, but in the game, it's Alexis. So in other words, she was introduced to followers of the campaign as Renee. And I don't know why they changed it, but for what they did. And they also changed her appearance a little bit, made her look a little bit more roughed up, like giving her a band-aid and giving her a missing tooth. So it's a bit of a spoiler about her name, Alexis, because I don't think you're here for the plot, really. She's Alex's daughter with Cindy, whereas Ryan ended up with Roxy, so somewhere between this game and the last River City Ransom, Alex and Ryan switched girlfriends. So now we've talked a little bit about Renee slash Alexis. I gotta talk about this guy, Rudy, because it brings up something that's a big complaint with this game I have, that a lot of people have, and that's characters are imbalanced. They not only are not as good as one another, but in many regards they don't seem to work as well as they should have, or work in the way you think they should. And this has been fixed somewhat with the most recent patch, because back in the day, characters didn't even start with grappling attacks, or some did. Some did, but one of the guys who didn't start with any is a luchador, and that doesn't make any sense. He's a luchador. He should have grappling attacks, but he didn't. Now they've patched that in. He does have grappling attacks now. That's good. But this character's Rudy, he's supposed to be a wrestler, and this guy, he's nifty in some regards. As you can see, he's got a charge kick that'll send a guy flying, and actually, if he goes flying, he'll bowl over the other guys. But he's not that damaging. Like, he doesn't have a huge degree of offensive capabilities for a guy that's allegedly supposed to be that strong. And I'm not saying I expect one-to-one realistic physics in this game, but I do expect it to be semi-fair, and in this case it doesn't seem fair that a guy whose attacks are on the slow side doesn't do a lot more damage with those attacks. Like, I did end up fainting that guy I kicked, but he was already on the ropes, and so in this case, I'm just basically grinding this guy to what's hopefully competent. And there are two other characters I have not yet unlocked, and the reason I'm holding off on unlocking them, or rather have held off on unlocking them, is because basically they do not in fact inhabit the part of the game where it's easy to grind. Once you get into the act where they are unlocked, it gets harder and harder to find enemies that actually drop money, so it's harder and harder to go shopping for stuff to level up. And by the way, that's another thing that a lot of people dislike about this game, myself included. Every character levels up separately, so that, I mean, that's understandable in terms of experience, but another part of leveling up in this game, in line with the original, is buying stuff to level yourself up. Mostly food. Every character collects money and food individually. There's no sharing, there's no helping weaker allies get stronger. And this means that to level up characters is a chore. I mean, it's a chore with one character, basically, because the AI is tougher in this game than it is in the original, and the odds are stacked against you. So, because you could not share any food or money between characters, it feels like there's not much incentive to level up more than one character. I do it because I want variety, but it's a chore, and it takes a while before your characters get to a point where they're competent enough that this game's actually fun as opposed to just frustrating. That might have changed with the patch they released now, but as of that right now, with this guy at least, he's still mostly frustrating to use. I mean, I'm doing okay, but if you notice my HP up there, the amount of money I have, other characters would have got a lot more money while holding on to more HP. And this isn't just because I suck, because I mean, that's the case with other characters playing by me. So it's definitely a matter of, look, I'm gonna bite it right there. No, I'm gonna go into Merceburger. Live to fight another day. Come on, more frames. Oh, I don't have enough money. Yes. probably note there that, much like with the original River City Ransom, you're not told what any of this stuff does to increase your stats, just that it's something you could buy, and it does stuff. And, I mean, that's not something I'm really going to hold against this game, because the original did it too. But if you want to be good at this game, you really do need to consult a guide, or make your own, or just have a photographic memory. So, going back out, now I'm going to show you right now what's one of the ways to quote-unquote cheese this game. I didn't even know what cheese meant as a slang term in gaming sense. Apparently, it means exploit the game's design/code in a way that works for you. I did not know that before, now I know it. Thanks, person on Twitter whose handle I forget. But this is how you do it. You go to this arcade, and you beat up nerds for money. And it works pretty well. They aren't very strong, and that makes sense. Makes sense the nerds are at the arcade. Makes sense they don't fight well. It makes sense because of stereotypes. You can beat up nerds for money. But this arcade isn't where you start out. You start out basically west of this arcade, and you basically have to know this arcade is there before you even go to it. There's actually a quest in this game that Roxy gives you. Yeah, Roxy's in this game, as I said before, where she says, some nerds are causing trouble at the arcade, go fight them. And as far as I can tell, there isn't actually any reward for this quest. It just happens to serve a useful purpose, because it shows you there's a place in this game where you can actually go for easy money. And, I mean, easy money is easy money, but why isn't it right at the beginning? Because, I mean, the original River City Ransom had grinding, but the easy enemies were clustered around the beginning. Here you basically gotta run away from a lot of enemies in places where you start, and instead go here and punch out a lot of nerds to get money, and then go spend it somewhere else. 'Cause this arcade is at a mall that doesn't have any stores, and the stores are at malls where the enemies are tougher. So, again, more frustrating than the original River City Ransom off the bat. They've done stuff to fix that, and that's good. That proves they're listening. But, I mean, this guy, Rudy, he still seems to suck to me. There's two other characters I haven't unlocked yet. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll unlock them tonight. And one of them is another person who's infamous for sucking at the start and being a pain to grind up to competence. Finish punching out these fucking nerds. Something about these nerds. Well, they're overall pretty easy fighters to deal with. Something you'll notice is that they use a lot of bombs they make out of beakers full of various chemicals. And these bombs do not follow friendly fire rules. Friendly fire's on for me because I'm not playing two-player, or multiplayer. That's glitched right now, by the way. I'll explain that in a bit if you haven't heard, but... So friendly fire is on, and it does affect enemies as well as your team, but not completely. Like, the nerds' bombs do not affect other enemies. And luckily they suck at aiming them, so it isn't too big of a deal, but it still seems unfair. By the way, if it sounds like I hate this game, I really don't. This game is fun when you know what you're doing, and if you've chosen the right character to ground your way up to competency. I say in a lot of regards it's better than the original River City Ransom because its controls are more complicated, you've got more styles of moves, and enemies are smarter, and when I play as a character who can actually fight back if I know what I'm doing, that's fine. It's just that some characters are really at a disadvantage. I'll switch to a character who's better some point in this playthrough because, not playthrough, play video, because I'm not going to go through it, obviously, I'm not going to complete stuff. yeah, Rudy so far sucks. Another character who sucked originally was Bruno. He seems to have been made a little better with the update. But I've already leveled up Bruno, so I'm working on Rudy right now. Come on. Fucking nerds. Something I want to show you guys watching this, to give you an idea of how this game's rough around the edges and didn't get tested well enough in beta phase. It feels like it still is beta phase, frankly. I mentioned that boss in arena mode who spawns with a robot and once you beat him once, doesn't happen anymore. I'm gonna fight that guy just so you can see part of the problems with how this game could be better realized. They're working on it, and I commend them for that, but it could be better. Arguably, it should have been better out of the box. So I'm gonna beat these guys up, summon the boss, and you're gonna see what's weird about this. Give me your coins. By the way, while I say this guy sucks, and he kinda does, that kick really is cathartic to do. I love sending the guys flying and knocking over their allies. It's hard to aim, though. So's his running punch. And again, while the way they send people flying or knock them down makes it seem like it's strong, they don't do a lot of damage for that. You'll notice also this guy's slow, which means he doesn't aim well, which means a lot of his attacks miss. Nerds aren't very strong, but they go faster than this guy, at least. There's that bomb. You can't block those bombs, which makes sense, but again, the problem is that they don't affect other enemies, even when friendly fire's on. Shit, Bruno. Sorry, not Bruno, Rudy. Sucking more than usual today. Or it could be because I'm drunk. But I mean, I could play other characters better, even when I'm drunk. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna survive this run. If you, pass out or die or whatever, it's really irrelevant which it is in this game. You lose half your money and, your HP heals up. Maybe not all the way, but some of the way. That's like the original, and sometimes it's prudent just to let yourself get knocked out, so you can heal, but it really depends on how much money you've got. Like, if you've got 50 cents, you might as well just commit suicide or whatever, get yourself down to 25 cents, but you're all healed. Whereas if you collected a lot of money, you want to find your way back to the store. That's another mind game that you basically gotta play with this game in order to pass it. More nerve. Fries with that. I like the one-liners that show up when you eat food with, like, the dialogue in this game overall isn't that funny. That's a disappointment for me because the original game had very funny dialogue. Mostly because it was just so random. This game doesn't have that funny dialogue in either the sense that it's random and so nonsensical, or in the sense that it's clever. It's just sort of like characterization instead. Some of it's funny, a lot of it's just sort of meh. But I do like the one-liners that play after you eat food. Those tend to be on the clever side. I really want to go back to the nerds. Okay, fuck you guys. I'll beat you up when I'm a better character. And that really can't be said enough. Rudy basically sucks, so I'm gonna switch away from him eventually. Hopefully I can just get him to a place where he's competent, but no promises. I love doing this, by the way, like, constantly throwing enemies through each other. It's a great way to combo them all to the ground, and once you find out the way to do that with any given character, the game becomes a lot easier. Like, Alex is really good at that. Provy's pretty good at that. This guy, he's good at it if you can connect with his kick, or with his dash kick. Otherwise, he's pretty shit at it. I might as well beat these guys up because I started, but after that I'm just gonna rush through and show you Calvin, the boss who had the mech, but no longer has the mech. Oh, fuck! Windmill caught me. Got the other nerd too, so... running away. Some enemies do that sometimes. Down yet? Keep knocking it down as long as it takes, motherfuckers. Kicked him right in the balls, so I like to believe. Alright, now to show you guys Calvin. Yeah, he's been... skip these guys. Skip these other guys too. You really can run past a lot of enemies. That's something I'll give this game, is that if you want to skip fights and just run, you can. It's just I'd rather not spend a beat 'em up doing that, if I can help it. Give me that money. Fuck. Yeah, again, this guy's punches and kicks too slow, and he doesn't do enough damage. Like, if he stuns people with fast but weak attacks, that would be one thing. If his attacks were slow but powerful, that would be one thing. But his attacks are slow and they're not that damaging. That's a glitch. See, I kicked him from the east, and he was sent flying east instead of west. Okay. Calvin, gonna beat him up. Can you even do anything, motherfucker? Falling off. Okay. There we go. Yeah, this boss sucks. You can refight bosses, but this one doesn't spawn with this map, so he basically sucks. Okay, look, he says, let me get that lunch money for you. That's what he says, but he doesn't actually spawn any money. So it doesn't really make sense. Now I'm basically heading off to a dojo where you can buy moves for your characters to make them better fighters. Hopefully here I'll be able to get. Yeah, crap. Let's try this. Okay. There's another thing about this game that pisses a lot of people off. It's not explained what these moves do when you buy them, and it's not explained whether you have enough level or not. Because they do have level limits, but doesn't explain what they are to you. Alright. Clothesline punch. Well, I already had a punch attack, so that doesn't explain what clothesline is. Okay, that one's useful. Doesn't seem to work though. Okay, that did work. Let's try it out with these guys. You gotta be careful with these guys though, because you might knock them off the screen, in which case you don't get money, or they might knock you off the edge too, in which case you lose your progress. Actually, I'm not gonna fight him. Not worth it. Usually not worth it. actually fucked up. Screw this and run it. Let me run the other way. Oh, wrong way. Fuck. Fuck you. So I might as well just get myself locked out right now. My bladder's been Budweiser, so I need to stop to take a piss. Alright, fuck this. Going. Selecting another character and going on to piss.